Welcome to Lessons in Leadership. I'm Val Grubb, and this week I'm offering up 3 tips on how to deal with a boss who has anger management issues. I've been publishing a blog for as long as my company's been around, 15 years to be exact. And in last week's blog, I discussed what to do when you work for the boss from hell. I thought I would share my top 3 recommendations on what to do. Although, please do go to my website, valgrubbandassociates.com, and you can read the entire blog, which has many more tips and tricks. All right, so tip number 1, listen to the message, not to the delivery. I once worked for a boss who communicated only by screaming and yelling. If I had focused on how he told me what he wanted me to do, I would have walked out the door after a month. But I chose instead to focus on what he was saying, thinking of his communication as a puzzle I needed to solve. Beneath this awful way of sharing information, I told myself, lie clues that help me solve his problem. The key is finding them, is to focus deeply and intently on the message that he's conveying. Tip number 2, maintain a positive mental state. It's not always easy to stay positive while navigating everyday life. The negative feelings that lurk right beneath your surface often can be constantly looking for opportunities to burst forth. And when you work for a horrible boss, you got to work even harder to keep yourself in a positive state and to keep those negative thoughts that are right below the surface, to keep them from simmering to the top. So doing something you love every single day can help you brute force your way to positivity. Exercise, too, can raise your mood. I found yoga to be quite positive, as it taught me how to breathe and quiet my mind. So the key is find out what works for you that's going to help you stay in a positive mental state. Finally, tip number 3, put up a force field. Did you remember the movie Independence Day? In that movie, there's a scene where the U.S. military is attacking the invading aliens, but a force field prevents any weapons fire from reaching the mothership. Oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Whenever I had to meet with a boss who was a yeller and a screamer, I would remember this scene and imagine that I had my own personal force field up. And that let my boss's messages get through, i.e. what he wanted me to do, but sort of deflected all the insults, that hostility, and that aggression. I know how challenging this can be on your psyche. Hopefully something here or in the full blog will be helpful. Good luck, and overall, please do take care of yourself. Thanks for listening to this week's Lesson in Leadership. And as always, have a great week. Thanks again and good luck.